Hey everyone, I am Jacob Brecht, and today, on behalf of Terry Hudgens Advanced Sports Writing class, we will be discussing one of the most heavily controversial issues revolving around the world of sports, and that is whether or not college athletes should be paid. In my opinion, I believe that athletes should not be granted any type of pay for playing at a collegiate level. I believe for one main reason is the fact that when a student comes to a school and they are provided or they join an athletic team on behalf of that school, they are regarded as a student athlete. The word student comes before athlete. The school wants to prioritize their student kind of level more so than their athlete name. I think that speaks big to what universities think of their student athletes. They bring them to school, yes, to provide the school with entertainment and possibly bring in championships, but the school is providing them an education, and that goes along with my next point, the fact that most of these college athletes, whether it's for their big programs, football, basketball, or baseball, they really, or even hockey for that matter, they really brought in. Most of these athletes are brought in on a scholarship or even like a full ride. So these students are being compensated for thousands and thousands of dollars in tuition just to come play a sport. So I think it'd be a little unfair to those who are not on a full scholarship for an athletic purpose, normal students, um, and to see these athletes basically be paid to come to their school. I think it's a little one-sided if you cover an athlete's tuition and then pay them on top of that to provide entertainment for the rest of the school. Another thing is these college athletes. One thing that is a little unfair to these athletes is the fact that throughout the year, they have the on season, and then throughout the rest of the year, it's off season, it's training, it's meetings, and these athletes don't really have an opportunity to provide themselves with that type of money that normal students could do. So take myself for an example. I'm not a student athlete, I'm just a regular student. I have the ability to go to class, do my studying, and on top of that, I could go work at a job at a restaurant or wherever and provide myself with an income. Unfortunately, these student athletes are not capable of doing that. So that's one counter argument you can make to saying that the college athletes should not be paid. Um, but all in all, I think that these athletes are provided with such great opportunities, whether it's the scholarship money um, or the facilities provided for them. Some of these schools with big athletic programs have such state-of-the-art facilities, training, or even fields for their playing for games. It's remarkable how much money these schools spend on their athletic programs. So it's a little far fetched for these athletes to kind of go out of their way and say we should be paid for all of our actions, despite all of the money that the school already spends on them. So that's all I have for you today. Whether you agree with me or not, we can all agree that this is one of the most heavily controversial issues in sports. I'm Jacob Brecht. Have a good day.